Water is essential for life as it sustains all biological processes, regulates ecosystems, and enables the survival, growth, and health of every living organism. Now that's the theory, and we all know as Project Zomboid players how essential water is, especially after we reach that water shutdown and things become more complex. But what if I tell you there is a mod that would make all of this seamless? Hey guys, I'm Gertrix and this is the Mod Shed, a series where I break down mods for Project Zomboid. And in today's episode we're gonna talk about water pipes. The water pipes mod was created by Slayer, and you might be familiar with this name because Slayer is the guy behind Bandits and Week 1. Now the concept behind this mod is fairly simple. What it does, it adds several different items into the game and a brand new building category called plumbing. As you will notice when you open the building menu and enter the plumbing category, pretty much the only skill prerequisite required to do this is welding, and some of the items, structures or whatever you want to call them, unlock at welding level 1, while the top category, the most important item, which is the pump, opens up at welding level 2. Now I'm gonna take a shortcut and use debug mode to add the welding skill to my character, but if you want to know how to effectively level up welding, you might want to check out this episode of the masterclass where I am breaking down this skill and the most efficient ways to level it up. As for the water pipes mod, everything starts with the most essential thing, a water pump. Now the water pump needs to be built in a tile adjacent to a water source. Now this water source could be a lake, a pond, like in my case right here, a river, or even a well. If you build the water pump next to a tainted water source, the water will be tainted. If you're gonna build it next to a well, you will get fresh water right off the bat. Once the pump is built and you right click on it, you will see all the essential things related to this pump, kind of similar to what you would see for a generator, only here you will not only see whether the pump has access to power and what type of a water source is it draining the water from, but you will also see the health of this water pump and also the status of the water filter, which I'm gonna address later. Once we've got the pump set up, now we have to connect it to wherever we want the water to go, whether that is your base or maybe that's your crop, doesn't really matter. In order to do that, well, we need to do what the mod name says, we need to build water pipes, and this is super simple. All you need is some screws, an iron pipe, and a pipe wrench. That's it, nothing else is needed. Now what's cool about this is there is no limit on the length of this pipeline, so just theoretically speaking you would be able to connect Irvington to Louisville with one pipeline. There is really no need to do so, but technically that should be possible. My pipeline is nearly done. I haven't connected the house yet, but first I want to show you a really awesome feature that's included in this mod, and that is a sprinkler system. We can place the sprinkler on top of the pipe and it will simply act as a sprinkler. It's gonna water everything in an 8 tile radius, and this is exactly what I was hoping to see from the modding community when I was talking about farming, because watering your plants is a chore. And this makes your life incredibly easy. At this point, I'm pretty sure most of you do know that overwatering your plants might be deadly for them. If not, check out the masterclass episode for farming where I break all of these things down. But the reason I am mentioning this right now is the sprinkler is not a smart system. It's just gonna water the plant endlessly. But if you want to control the amount of water that your plants are getting, well, there is a super simple solution. The only thing you need to do is add a water valve, which will open or shut down the water flow into this section of the pipes. With the proper design, you could control the entire watering process for large-scale farming with a simple valve. All you need to do is plan your pipes accordingly and, well, you've got a fully functional smart watering system. There is no water in this house. Right-clicking on the sink does nothing. The context menu doesn't pop up. The water has shut down on day 0. I've emptied the sink. There is no water at all. Now this mod allows you to connect water sources into your houses, your bases, and make it feel like the water never shut down at all. No need for rain barrels, water collectors. Everything will be done by the pump. And the only thing you need to do, connect the water pipes into the edge of the house. That's it. That's the whole thing. And as you can see, after connecting the water pump into the house, this sink started to fill up. Now it's gonna show those maximum of 20 liters and it's gonna fill up gradually. That's because the pump has a limited capacity of pumping water, but it's absolutely fully functional and will meet the needs of a standard Project Zomboid survivor. We don't need to fill up pools every other day, so this is more than enough. Now, one of the things you might be asking is, if I connect a pipe to a house that already has access to water, would the house act as a water relay, or do I need to connect pipes to pipes? Well, the answer is you have to connect pipes to pipes. Houses do not serve as water transfer extenders, if that makes any sense. So you will need to find some extra iron pipes if you want to make larger pipe structures. Finding sufficient amounts of iron pipes should not be that big of a deal. I mean, you will find them in construction warehouses, you will find them in factories. You can also just take your, welder's torch and go to your nearest motel and dismantle every single shower and sink you find. These also tend to drop iron pipes. So there are plenty of ways of securing enough metal to build large pipe structures. Now, the last thing I want to show you before we close today's video is the filtering system for the water. Now, we are draining water from a pond, and normally this water is tainted. You should not drink it. Now, I'm not entirely sure why the tooltip for this water does not say it's tainted. Perhaps it's something that will be fixed later on, but the pump itself shows that the water source is tainted. Now, we have ways to make it a fully drinkable water straight from the faucet, and we can achieve that by adding charcoal filter. And essentially what that means is we just need to find some charcoal and put it into the water pump, and this way the pump will be pumping fresh drinkable water into whatever it's connected to. Getting charcoal itself is incredibly easy. The only thing you need is a charcoal burning pile, some wood, and a source of fire, and this way you can turn tree branches or logs into charcoal, so you can have an endless supply of that. It's not an issue. To wrap things up, guys, this was one of the mods I used to love in Build 41. It was under a different name. The name was plumbing. Now it's called water pipes. Only for Build 42 we've got some extra features which we did not have in Build 41, like the sprinkler system. And let me just say, this mod is so nice. It's such a great quality of life improvement that it's an absolute must-have, especially for people who like long-term survival, those of you that like to build large bases, with extensive farmland. Now, you will love this mod, and I strongly recommend you guys check it out. Speedrunning the end of the video, starting with my Discord. The link is in the description of this video. Guys, if you want to get in touch, if you want to suggest some mods that I should cover in this series, or you just want to hang out, you're more than welcome to join. Thanks for all the ongoing support all of you are showing me on a regular basis with liking the videos, commenting, sharing them on Reddit. I really appreciate it. Please continue to do so. It's a massive support to this channel, and I really like doing this, and I really enjoy growing with you guys. So if you help me, I will appreciate it very much. For today, that's everything, and as always, I'm Gertrix. Cheers, guys.